Thanks a lot for
Dude, not a problem.
giving us your time to interview you. And the first thing I have to ask is, what is your patch all about?
Okay, so my patch, I mean, it kind of comes from my Robo-Apparel stuff. So I design T-shirts and you know, combat-inspired apparel, hoodies, that sort of thing. And you know, we play this Milsim thing, and now currently in the military world, you know, morale patches have always been a big thing, and now it's that whole PVC rage, right? Because we can do a lot more complicated designs and stuff. So you know, I kind of felt that, you know, my T-shirts were one thing, but I was even into patches. So I figured, you know, what better way to kind of also spread the kind of brand that I've kind of developed over the last year, Robo-Apparel, is to create these patches. Now, the patches that I actually put out were, you know, the black and white ones, people bought them, you know, that sort of thing. They were limited run just because they were my first kind of venture. But I also, you know, set aside money to invest in things that, you know, I did a gold and black one, and I also did a really rare one of red and black. And the gold and black ones, I did it on purpose to, or I created them on purpose to give them out to industry professionals or individuals in the sport who, you know, maybe did awesome in a game or something. Kind of the idea behind the operator kind of mags that AMS does, but more so, like, I mean, you know, give them out to people who really stand out in the industry and put their foot down and be a big voice for positive change or positive progression in the sport. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
is there a place that these guys could actually go to find out to find all these patches? Yeah,
actually, if you go to robo-apparel.com, you can find all my T-shirts, all my hoodies. I'll be releasing hats in the near future, maybe even posters. But yeah, you can go there, and it's you can find my morale patches on that.
All right, and I'll put all that in the description below. So now, we just had this 2-day event. Yeah. How tired are you?
I'm exhausted, man. So, granted, I was one of those guys that cheesed out of the night game, even though I thought I was going to be there. I ended up doing 2 dams, direct action missions in a row, and these are 1.5 hour missions that are, if you think, you know, a Milsim event is, you know, a 6 or a 7 out of 10 versus a skirmish day in difficulty, this is like a 15. It gets ramped up, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, some of our guys had cramping legs going up and down these stairs. We're carrying an actual human down six stories of stairs. So I mean, it was intense, man. So we cheesed out of the night game, but the daytime yesterday and the daytime today were absolutely phenomenal. And but yeah, you're absolutely right, man. Like Tim, I'm done, man. My guys and myself, I brought my friend Brock down from Canada, and you know, we play really
from Canada.
From Canada, yeah.
Right?
So by the way, we're from Canada.
Yep.
I don't say a boot, but I do say a lot, and I say sorry, not sorry, just so you get it on record.
Yay.
And we play a lot, and even with the amount that we play and the conditioning we play, like I work out for Airsoft, which is a weird thing, but I do. It drives me out my workout schedule. And the thing is, we're even beat. Like it's just one of those things where there's so much energy from the players here that you can't help but try to push 150%, 150% of the time,
I
right?
know,
like
right?
It's crazy.
And it's all action. It's always moving. You don't want to sit still for too long because you know what? You're just going to get flanked.
And honestly, because it's a CQB environment, you can't. I mean, just like Tim said, I mean, if you stop for 5 minutes, then you've got 3 different avenues where you're now surrounded by enemy forces. Just the way that works. So I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. The intensity had to be kind of capped.
Yeah, and you have 150 people on the other end, just forcing, you know, themselves into you, and they're split up in about 15 different groups.
Thunder bees, doors being kicked, the whole 9 yards. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, so what were you rolling with?
So what I was wearing, so what I roll with generally is I do have Crye G3 pants and a combat top, but I didn't wear the combat top just because I get rather hot when the temperature's kind of up there, especially when I'm doing physical activity. So I wasn't wearing my Crye G3 top, but I did wear my Velocity Systems Boss rugby tactical shirt just because it was, you know, heat dissipation's awesome in that. I was wearing my Faro Concepts Gen 4 FCPC, which I absolutely love, and I had it rigged up to my Haley Strategic D3 chest rig. Worked really well, man. I mean, you know, granted, I shouted at a bunch of really expensive like firearms names there, but let's be honest. I mean, so when it comes down to it, my strategy is fight light. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that carries a bunch of superfluous stuff just to look good. Like, I mean, if it's on me, I'm using it. If it's not, it's in my bag because I don't want the weight. And the other side of that too is I could have easily been here with my Emersons on. You know what I mean? Like I have a set of that. Like, I mean, whatever makes you comfortable in this event to keep you in the action, I say that's what you roll with.
Yeah.
This is just what I've saved all my pennies and bought and kind of wore. Well, not all of this, this is one of my t-shirts, but
you had to be on one side, so you may as well roll with multicam, right?
Oh, that's it. So I mean, our guys roll with multicam up north, like that's what my team runs. So you know, we fit into tan really well. Now I do have a set of Beyond Clothing multicam Tropics coming to me, so that'll be my green side stuff.
Okay. Oh, one thing that I've been asking loads of other guys, but what do you think about the whole C-clamp, thumb over bore, hold the handle?
Right.
What do you do, and what do you think is...
Okay.
Should everybody just follow what they want to?
Yeah, so number one, the ultimate veto or what trumps everything is personal preference. Okay, I mean, especially in airsoft. Let's be honest. If we're talking about firearms techniques like, you know, thumb over bore, you know, that really embellished C-clamp, or like a classic kind of rifle hold, whatever's most comfortable is going to make you shoot better. In the firearms world, yes, there's things like recoil management and all that fun stuff. But again, someone who's comfortable with their shooting style will manage recoil well. So I have adopted kind of a thumb over bore, but I'm more thumb break on the side. I do have an angled grip on my vertical foregrip. So that's, don't get that confused. I don't use an angled grip. I use, my hand is at an angle on my vertical foregrip. But you know what I mean? It's my modification of that. I'm not jacking my elbow out and above my head like a Chris Costa would or whatnot. Honestly, it just comes down to what's most comfortable. I do believe, yes, that, you know, with that kind of stance, do you have quicker, like, kind of push through your targets? Yes, for me, and only my experimental data with myself. So it's whatever works for the kids. You know what I mean? So
yeah, okay. You know what? I think that's everything.
Dude, Tim.
Right, cheers. Thanks.
Really,
so much.
thanks for having me here, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it,
and we'll probably see you around.
Oh yeah, so here's the thing. Because this is my first AMS event and actually my first big venture into the United States. It was kind of like that test run, and honestly, if this was some sort of experiment, we would be patenting a bunch of things right now and probably getting Nobel Peace Prizes. So I mean, it was an awesome time, and you know, you got stateside, and in the future, I hope to go to, say, places like Europe and otherwise. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be traveling in the future.
So you're gonna be at the next one in New Mexico.
In New Mexico is what I'm gonna plan for, because I saw the scouting pictures and I absolutely just basically died for a day. So
you know what? I may go there, so I'll probably see you then.
Tim,
right?
awesome, man. Hope to see you, bud. Not a problem, man.